Hello, I'm Sandra, the creator at Sing, Play, Create, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you some lesson planning tips for the month of February. Let's get started. Tip number 1. If you're trying to streamline your lesson planning, if you're a new teacher or you've just changed jobs, or maybe you just got asked to teach different grades, this is something that you can do to get you through this time period when you're learning how to develop your curriculum and building your skills and your bag of teaching materials. Just like Santa, you're going to fill that sack up with a whole bunch of lessons and activities by the time you are done doing this job. So tip number 1 is to look at the concepts you're teaching in each grade, or look at the concepts that overlap in different grades. Or how can you use something from 2nd grade in a kindergarten classroom? So for example, I have a song I wrote and I put a couple of videos up on different ways you can use this activity with rhythm sticks and scarves called Valentine's Day. And in that song is a half note. So the half note, oh yeah, we could use that in 2nd grade. How could I use that in 1st and kindergarten? Well, in 1st grade, we could focus on the ta and tt, or the quarter note and 8th note rhythms in that song, and have them clap those rhythms, or have them clap a rhythm pattern that goes with the song. And in kindergarten, you could use it as a steady beat body movement. So you could create movements that go with that song, and they could march on the beat. They could clap on the beat. They could pat on the beat. They could pat on the beat. And then you could play a game where you have different students choose the action. And this is if you have not a lot of materials. This is if you're just trying to say, I have this song in 2nd grade. It has a half note. What are 2 other quick activities I could do without having to make anything? And I could use them in 1st and kindergarten. So it's a great warm-up activity in kindergarten just to have them march around the circle to the song. That would work too. And in 1st grade, you just teach them the song and have them echo clap the rhythms of the words. And you could ask them, which ones are the long notes? Which ones are the short notes? And so then you can take this one simple song and use it across your grade levels. And that could kind of be the meat and potatoes of your lesson. Tip number 2. This is where you're going to find the materials that will teach the concepts. And as I just shared in tip 1, you're going to try to find something that you can use in 2 to 3 grades. There's lots of places to find these. You can go to the Sing, Play, Create free resource library. You can go to YouTube, which I recommend because there's lots and there's more and more really fun music activities on YouTube. Once you find that activity, you can put that in your Google Slides lesson planner and you'll have it for 3 grades, K, 1, and 2. If you're going to make materials, then you're going to want to make something that all 3 of those grades can use. You could make a simple heart that is laminated alone, or take a blank piece of paper, cardstock, put 4 hearts on it, and have those laminated. In kindergarten, you'll be able to have the students point to those. In 1st grade, you'll be able to have them either write with the erase markers or use manipulatives, even Valentine candy, to do ta on this piece of paper. And in 2nd grade, they can learn to do the half note in 4 beats. So you'll give them maybe a bigger piece of candy that is 2 beats, and these candies are 1 beat or a half a beat. It takes 2 to put them together. You can do that with little candies. You can do it with manipulatives. You can do it with popsicle sticks. But that activity and those materials could be used, actually I use those all the way K to 4, but for sure you can use those K to 2. Tip 3 is to use a Google Slides presentation for your lessons. So what I would do is I would get a lesson plan template. Sing, Play, Create has one, but most of the music teachers have a free download. And then I would have that, and if you like to handwrite, or you have a planner that you keep, do it there. But then I would put all of the things I'm going to use that are going to be projected in a Google Slides presentation. If you're condensing and streamlining these activities, K through 2, then just make a K through 2 slide presentation for February. If you can do 3rd and 4th grade together, Great. You might find 4th and 5th go together. For some reason, depends on those materials you found and the concept you're trying to teach. Here's one more tip that I want to give you about lesson planning. You can use a song, like I explained in the beginning of the video, across 3 grade levels. And then what you can use is a way to differentiate those lessons that meet the needs of each grade. I shared that example with the Valentine song, but you can do that with many, many different songs. Here's some examples.
Doggy, doggy, where's your bone? Hot cross bun, scalump, frog song, nursery rhymes, grizzly bear, engine, engine number 9, rain, rain, go away, and snail, snail.
So when you're streamlining your lessons across grades, you want to think about making sure that each grade level is teaching or learning the concepts that are for that grade level. So if we just take the easy rhythm one where the kinders are doing beat, the first graders are doing quarter notes, eighth notes, and quarter rest, and our second graders are going to learn the half note with the song that we have chosen. And so we're going to develop activities that are going to extend the use of that song over 4 or 5 classes. The goal is for each of those activities to take 10, maybe even up to 15 minutes. So it's really important to come up with extension activities that support the same learning goal for the month, and then also is using the same song or the same set of materials, but we're going to have different learning activities. A very simple example of this would be first class time is singing and learning the song. The second class time we would dive deeper, we might go into the rhythms. The third class time, we either will go dive deeper into playing. If we're learning melody, we might play instruments, or we might be able to do more movement if that's what the activity calls for. And then the final one, we'll take all those different activities and we can put them into a station, or we can rotate from one to the other at the last class time and put it together. You can even add in a creating activity where students do a worksheet or they use manipulatives to create something that shows that they have gained some knowledge and some experience and have skill in that concept. So those are my 3 tips for lesson planning in the month of February. Here are some activities that Sing Play Create offers that can be used across the grade levels.
Pass the Valentine is a game song that you can use in your elementary music classes. It has an orph arrangement and solfege notes. It's a pentatonic C scale, so students are going to learn C, D, E, G, and A. And there is lots of opportunities for playing instruments and improvising.
Pass the Valentine, pass it round the circle.
The Level 1 Rhythm Play along with Google Drag and Drop activities. As you can see, students will be able to go in and match the picture to the rhythm, or they will match the rhythm to the picture. They're cute Valentine graphics, and this is a really interactive activity. You can use it and set this up and have students come up for assessment. Valentine's Day steady beat and rhythm activities with a variety of rhythms with words.
I hope you drop a comment below if you have any questions about lesson planning, and I'd be happy to help you or explain something better than I did in this video, or if you have something to share, go for it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this helps you as a music teacher with your lesson planning and takes some stress on you as we start moving into springtime. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let's keep kids moving and learning with music.